Okay, this is a little video on a different type of, not pansy, but daisy that I've done before. You can see my little placement drawing of a daisy. First I'm going to put in the leaves, and since this already has a stippled in backdrop, I'm not going to worry about doing 2 coats on the leaves for making them opaque, and I'm just doing the regular scalloped leaves. There's kind of a more elongated type leaf that you can do for the daisies, but I'm just going to stick with that one. This is a video on a more simplified daisy than the one I've showed you before. This, starting out, this is a sign actually that's been ordered with daisies, and I thought I'd use this opportunity to show you this simpler daisy. I'm going to start with the leaves. I just do a scallop leaf, and this is kind of where the first daisy is going to go. I think I'll do 3 larger and then maybe a couple smallers or daisy buds. I'm going to do some little stroke leaves. My brush is kind of worn, so I'm having a harder time keeping a chisel edge, but I still can use it. Oops, I got a little too much paint on there. Should stay within the camera's view. So another daisy is going to go here. I think this leaf is going to go partly over it. I won't have it be right at the same angle. I'll have it a little higher. So I'll put this leaf up here and have these come out of it. I don't know. No, you couldn't see those little leaves, but that's all right. I'm just kind of putting my design on here, and while I'm at it, I'll do it on this end too. Just forgive my reach. While we're getting this placed, I'm going to add some more leaves. I'm not too precise. I just kind of add them where I feel like it. And then I'll come back in and start doing the daisies. Before I get to the daisies, since I had some green in my brush, I dried out mostly, but I'm going to add some little shadow leaves, and what I do is just use the paint that's in the brush still and mix in some blending gel or medium, and that makes them a little transparent. And you can just add some shadow leaves. There's going to be wording on the signs here, or these signs here and here, so these being very transparent will work just fine. And I think that will work. Maybe a few down here. And there we go, some shadow leaves. Okay, we'll start on the daisy. Now I have white and just a touch of gray. It's a light gray. And I'm going to put mostly white in my brush and then pick up just a touch of that gray. And then I will stroke in. See, I start on the chisel edge. Now again, this brush is old, so it's not keeping a sharp edge, but that's okay for these. I'm pushing down and then lifting so it narrows at the bottom. And that gray is creating a little bit of striation in the petals. Now the petals on the side, I'm going to curve a little bit just to give them a little bit of movement. And you see, there you go. That green was still a little bit wet, but that's okay. It gives it some interest there. And there you have the petals. Some are double. You could come in and do between each of the petals, or you can even add, like if you think it's not enough, like here, it looks like it needs one in here, maybe one in here. And we will come back and I will do the center. Let me get my palette loaded here. Now I have my small scruffy brush loaded with an antique gold and a medium yellow. And then I want the antique gold kind of on the bottom. So you see how, just scrunch it around and you see how a little bit on the bottom is the antique gold. And there you have your daisy center. That looks like it might be a little bare there. I could put another stroke in there if I wanted. Or there might be a little bit too much gray. So I could go over those again one more time with the white and then retouch up the yellow. And let's go do one of the other ones. And let me just get my little circle. Sometimes it helps to have a little circle to draw towards. I'll go ahead and just do my yellow center. And then we'll touch that up afterwards. Okay, let's do the white. Touch of gray. Tiniest touch of gray. And stroke in. Touch, push down, and let it spring back up as you get close to that center. I got a little bit of yellow in there, but that's okay. See. Now if this was a newer brush, it would have more of a chisel edge there, but that's not vitally important for these. And there you have it. And I'll show you how to go over these a little bit, make them more opaque. See that white? I'm avoiding the gray because a little bit of that gray is going to show up on the side already. So you don't have to retouch it. And you see it got a little dry there. Go back over it. This style of painting is very forgiving, and you just have to roll with it. Don't get too concerned. And you know what you actually can do too, if you totally hate it, you can come back with a damp cloth, wipe it off. You'd have to do the background again, your leaves again, but you wouldn't have lost your whole thing. You can just start it again. Every time I go away, I'm reloading the brush. Okay, now let me get my scruffy. You can also do a center. I guess I should show you a center with just a smaller brush. I'll do a number 4 here. 4 flat, and you just do the circle. Don't have to use the scruffy. I like the scruffy because it gives it kind of a certain texture, and then I would dab a little bit in the gold and kind of make a U there, so it gives it that texture or that shape. But like I said, I prefer the way the texture is modeled with the scruffy brush, and so that's what I like to use. And if you would like, you can also come in with a liner later, script liner, and just do some little lines coming out from the center, whether in a light gray or a light green, and just give it some more striations. And that's pretty much it. I'll bring some more leaves in. I could do another one over there. And then some buds on each end. And then we'll be done. But that's pretty much it. After I said that, or had done that, I decided I didn't like the way that daisy came out. So, like I told you, I washed it off. The background stayed. It was dry enough that it didn't take it away. I found my newer brush with more of a chisel edge. Now I'm reloading. It looks like I'll have to put some more white on my palette. You know, you can, if you're not sure how to long to make the petals, you can kind of do like the double length of your brush, because you kind of know where to start. Let me get some more white on my palette. And you notice that the petals are a bit narrower, and that's because this brush has more of a chisel edge, and it's keeping more of a To make it wider, you just press a little harder. But you notice how when I come up, it's coming to more of a point. That's because this is a newer brush, and it's got that nice chisel edge. No matter how well you take care of your brushes, how well you wash them, they will wear out, and then you'll have scruffy brushes around to use for other things, whether it's base coating or if you just need one that you want to be more scruffy edges, then that's what you have the old brushes for. A lot of times I use it for edging around the boards, or they come in handy, whatever you use them for. So now I'm going over these to make sure I have plenty of white and they're opaque. Try not to get it too dry or it drags. Okay. There. Now we're back to the middle. Find my scruffy brush, make sure it's dried out or you'll have a big glob in it. Okay, I'm getting it in my yellow and a little bit of the gold. And I'm putting the center on there. Oh, I didn't get the palette in your way? Okay. And there is your second daisy. I'll put a third one over there, as I said before. And we're good to go.